Previously on the show that has been so aptly and poignantly titled, New Crits on the Block.
You see the stonework kind of crack, and that crack extends like concrete often does when it gets a crack in it. All of a sudden just juts straight down and into the circular area where the Unfathomable Horror summon circle is. And the whole thing kind of shivers a little bit. And standing directly behind you is Therasul, the elven champion.
We have to close portal.
You see the very room you're in as a holographic projection. I found you. And welcome back to Havenport, everybody. That's actually, I actually just have that on a loop. I just hit a button on my talkback.
Talk boy or yak back. You mix those two things up.
Oh.
I got the off-brand one.
The one you get at the gas station that you beg your mom to get you.
Yeah, I got the one down from the Thrifty.
Hey, don't knock gas
Thrifty
station products. Okay, their glasses come in clutch.
I didn't. I knocked their toy selection.
So it's
the
not
only
an
thing I'm
official
coming for.
Tiger product, I believe, was the company.
Tiger?
Was it Tiger?
Wasn't it? That made...
The brand?
Hey
Possibly.
kids, we're home
early.
We're home early. Oh my God.
It was Tiger Electronics, baby.
So
Yes.
good. Jimmy can't come to school today. What was the other one? There was a few examples.
Don't you miss old commercials?
Yeah. I don't miss
I love
commercials
those.
though, but when they used to be good and
I miss them.
entertaining.
I miss some commercials.
That's a funny concept. I miss the nostalgia for commercials,
There used to be a
but
craft
I don't
to
miss
it.
commercials.
Yeah, there
There's
used to
no
be
craft. There's no craft to commercials
Now
anymore.
you don't
No,
even know
there's
what the
not.
commercials are for. Now it's like,
Yeah.
hey, here's a lifestyle. They show you the lifestyle of which you want to have around that product.
Are you talking about just perfumes? That's how they
Yeah.
do that.
He just used a Johnny Depp one.
Well, now you have like the car ones too, where it's like riding down a street, looking at my suit, and then it's like, this is for Audi, and you're like, what? I thought it was gonna be like a watch or something.
I think
Don't
you're
like
thinking. Are you thinking of the one that Matthew McConaughey did?
I was
Yeah.
going to say the same.
for Lynn.
Yeah, that was.
sounds
I remember
funny.
that commercial, and I was like, I'm not sure what.
Like,
this has to do
where's the
with-
Kia commercials? You know, with
You
like
want the little hamsters back?
Yeah, the hamsters. Like, I still don't know what that means for Kia, but like,
I mean, I guess Geico's still doing a good job, and like
You gonna tell him,
Progressive,
Ben?
like they're still
You gonna tell
trying.
him, Ben?
the Kia commercials? So interestingly enough, my uncle used to work for Kia, and he was part of their marketing campaign. And they had like a whole system about when they would release the hamster commercials, because they were like, people go fucking wild for the hamsters.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
but we can't just like release them back to back to back to back because they'll
We
lose
can't give 'em
interest.
too many hamsters.
So it was almost like, you know, when anybody seen the movie The Imitation Game, where at the
course,
end they were like,
no.
we can only sometimes let them know that we know, because if we do it too often, they'll figure out that we've cracked the code too soon. That's how it was with them. They were like, we can only release the hamsters like
wait.
every so often.
It's a
in order
hamster
to make it-
imitation game.
is the imitation game? That's the one with like the breaking like the Japanese code or the
It
German
was
code or
the
something
German
like that?
code, yeah, the Enigma
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just the idea that they're like, we can't just constantly release the hamsters because people will lose interest. So we can only
We can't give them
like,
what they want.
Yeah, if you give people what they want, they lose interest in it. You know what I mean?
Mhm. We got to keep
Yeah,
them
Just like
wanting
the
more
like,
hamsters.
like the McRib. That's why they go with the McRib like the way they do.
I want
Yeah.
a story with my commercials. If I'm gonna be stuck sitting there watching something I don't want to watch, at least make it interesting.
Yeah.
Like, how long of a story do you want?
I don't know, like I like just a quick like, little quip it, like the Geico commercials with the caveman. Just a quick little
Oh,
bit,
remember the
Oh,
caveman?
you
You want that in a story form?
not in story. You know what I mean? Like
I don't. I'm sorry.
No, we don't, Jake, which
Yeah,
is why
you
we're
want-
asking for clarification here.
well, I guess more of a bit in a sense, but
But not a
Well, they
commercial.
kind of started doing that with TV shows. I remember like before streaming really took over and people were still kind of watching TV, they would have parts in TV shows where all of a sudden somebody would be like driving in a car and then they're like, oh, hey, can you turn up the music? And then they're like, oh, it already knows to because the blah, 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 blah. And I'm like watching this commercial I'm watching this TV show that has a commercial like put into it. And I'm like, are they selling a car in this crime documentary? Like, what's going on?
I would never watch a show that would allow that to happen.
That
It
sounds
started
like happening
that sounds like ABC Family bullshit to me, and I'm not buying it. I don't think so. I don't know what you're watching, Ben.
I just want to
My
watch the one
shows
that
don't
have
do
a
that.
crack open
was-
a Coke and slowly drink it.
It was when streaming was like
Legal out.
everyone was streaming and I hadn't quite picked up Netflix yet. And so I was still watching cable TV and they were like, we're just trying to get
Any amount of
some
money.
money.
Oh.
So yeah. And then I stopped doing that. And then that was it.
Stop drooling on me. That was the other thing the talk boy said.
Stop
Have you been
drooling
Googling this the whole
on-
time?
No, I didn't Google. I just remembered it
That's right.
Oh,
because I'm
my
going through it in the
God.
commercial. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, oh, the sister was petting the dog, and the
Yeah.
kid did that. And then when the sister and the boyfriend are like making out on the couch at night, the kid played that to the boyfriend.
He plays it. Stop drooling on. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
and he,
the
like,
one.
shoots
I knew there was
backwards.
one more.
Yeah. That was it. Stop
Well-
drooling on me.
This has been a fun trip down memory lane. But let's go to the future now,
No.
to the day this releases, which is October
Oh.
9th.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
what we got going on October 9th?
Well, only the most important holiday that any of us have ever been told is important until we later on realized it wasn't. It's Columbus Day.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't it Indigenous People Day now?
yeah.
Yes,
it
very
is.
much so. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So, we for some I wrote it down here. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean.
Sailed the
blue.
ocean blue.
Yeah, I don't even think that was the actual date either. I think it just rhymed.
There's no way that has to be. They didn't just make up a lie for it. There's no way.
That's
I
what
mean, they
history
basically
is.
did with everything else he did.
Like they came up with a ditty and then they came up with the year to match it. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
They're like,
believe that.
Columbus, we got this perfect song for you, but we're going to
Yeah.
need you to do something really big for it.
We're
gotta
going to need you
earn
to go
it.
back to all the paperwork and fudge all the numbers.
yeah, for real.
Has anybody invented whiteout yet?
Yes. Oh my God.
Well, he kind of already fudged
No,
the
that's
numbers.
kind of what he did.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That took me like 3 seconds to get there, Ben. Good job.
I love it.
No, see, no, I was thinking about it and I was like, so then they were like, oh, we should not do Columbus Day, which is,
Yes.
good call. And they were like, some people were like, we should do Leif Erikson's Day because he was
Oh, yeah.
a different guy
Explorer.
who also basically did the same thing.
Just
Only he was a
more
Viking.
Viking-y. Yeah.
Yes, he's a Viking, so we're okay with it, I guess.
Well, that's what
but-
they're
Yeah.
there for, raid and
That
pillage.
couldn't have been
Yeah.
problematic at all.
No, yeah, still problematic. But definitely landed in America way before anyone else did.
Yeah.
Technically Canada now, but
North
Yes.
America.
which is why we just do Indigenous Peoples
Now,
Day.
here's the
Yes.
question: was he actually trying
Yeah.
to get to the Americas?
so,
Okay,
yeah.
see, then I definitely think
Which
he
is
should
not
be
a big
celebrated.
shock when you're like, when you actually look at a map and you like look at where Iceland and Greenland is in comparison to like North America, you're like, oh yeah, you could totally just
Yeah,
sail
he actually
right over
didn't
there.
have that. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that far.
Yeah, it's really not.
I just meant more like Columbus was trying to go to India.
Yeah.
And he completely
He just missed,
jumped
he
the gun
just-
on that one. He's like, I'm here.
His
I
GPS
have
was
done
way
it.
off.
Well,
yeah,
there's
so of
a
course this is
landmass.
why we do an Indigenous Peoples Day, which is far
Yes.
more
Appropriate.
respectful and appropriate, and actually kind of interesting. In fact, I have lived here where we all live, in the Northern Bay Area for my whole life.
Nope.
And do you guys know why we call it the Carquinez Strait?
Because it's straight.
Uh,
Because it's a straight with water.
General Carquinez?
Yeah.
No,
A person or a tribe?
a tribe. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Carcan people used to live here,
Hmm.
and I'm 30, almost 8, and I just figured that out.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
Wait, I am 38. I'm almost 39. Ouch. This one's perfect, and nobody on the planet will disagree with this one. It's International Beer and Pizza Day.
Mm-mm. Yum,
I
yum.
wrote down here, I'm personally drinking a Blue Moon, but I wrote these notes weeks ago because we were planning on recording this a while ago, and I'm not drinking a Blue Moon right now because it's 10 a.m. on a Sunday.
You could
It's
put a
5
little
o'clock
orange
somewhere.
juice in there and make it a beer mosa.
And
I actually just had a beer
Only
mimosa for the
alcoholics
first
keep
time.
schedules.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty tasty.
It was with I can't remember what the IPA was. I think it was like a shit. What's the one that has an 8 on it? I can't remember.
That's one of the
8 beer.
No,
No, that's a 5.
I think it's Racer 8. Yeah, no, I think that's the one.
No, it's Racer 5 is the beer.
Oh, it's Racer
so it's not
5.
Racer 8.
Figure 8.
It could be a
Figure
beer
8.
down here, so I don't know.
8 pence.
Whatever, IPA is terrible.
I don't know what the fuck is a
IPA is
beer
delicious.
mosa.
You put
It's-
orange juice in it.
Take a guess.
It's a mimosa, but with beer in it.
Yeah.
It's beer and
Beer
orange
mos-
juice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's actually
it's
pretty good.
I mean, I just said I drank a Blue Moon. I mean, that is what you do. You put orange in it.
Orange.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
just
that's
putting
not.
more in.
I guess that's
quite-
not that weird.
It's quite tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like doing the thing Germans do when you get a flat beer. You put it in some soda and it's okay. I don't know. What were you thinking, Brian?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's disappointed.
Okay.
Was it creepy?
Oh.
They're going to say like raid Czechoslovakia or something. But, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I was thinking something different
That was
than
totally
even.
not what I was thinking either.
Oh my
Well,
god.
of course, I was thinking the other things. I was thinking the most polite thing that Germans do.
It's the most polite thing they do.
I'm not sure where this was supposed to be going, and I'm a little concerned to follow
just-
up on it.
It's just beer. and
It's
Sprite.
the natural conclusion to talk about beer and pizza.
Yes.
Yes. We're right on
Conversations
schedule,
lead to-
Ben.
This
I
is
don't
all
know
your
if you're
fault,
right.
Ben. You let us here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get right back into this. When we last left off, everything was fucking terrible. So we're top of round 3, and Mrs. Havasset just completed her turn, and it is now Sabi's turn. So Sabi, who's all the way in back next to David, hops down from the... Actually, no, she wouldn't hop down. Why would she do that? She's perfectly fine up there. She has a perfect vantage point, and she takes a shot at, let's see. Yeah, the only thing she can really shoot at is that nameless horror thing. So she goes after that. Boop. Actually, I think she might actually have hit it finally. My God, she did. Look at that. She rolled a 16 plus. So let's see what she got here. Actually, you know what? I just realized Sabi's out of range for a hand crossbow.
I
So
was gonna say.
she had to roll with disadvantage and she missed. So
Of course.
she did. So yeah, she does hop down. She now realizes she's too far out of range. So she moves closer. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So she gets closer to the enemy so that maybe she can hit them in the future.
Okay. I don't want to interrupt you, but I have to. I thought of a joke. It's way past the time to actually say it.
Oh,
I've
boy.
been sitting here,
Jake.
sitting on it.
All right.
No. Jake.
I'm going to
Let
explain
me
it.
hear
It's
it.
not going to be funny at all. But I'm
Okay, here
I'm gonna do it
goes.
anyway.
I love when the
Uh,
joke starts like that.
Yeah. No, it's great. So when you were
Okay.
talking about the elves missing, what is it? Trying to find their planet, but fucking up. I was gonna say, oh, so they Columbused it. Get it like
Wait.
Columbus, but bust. Right? Am I right, guys? Am I right?
What?
Like
Columbused it. No,
Worth it.
Columbused
No,
it.
Columbused it.
Yeah.
Bust it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of Columbus.
Yeah,
right?
no, I get
We
it.
got it, buddy.
I don't
Don't
like
worry.
it.
All the listeners at home, I bet you're cracking
Oh,
up
yeah,
right
I'm
now.
sure.
Columbus.
They are
Get it?
slapping
Yeah,
their
crack-
knees.
Get it?
Yeah.
Cracking up. There we go. All right.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Sorry, I wanted
yeah,
to be in
it's-
on the bad.
Yeah. You can go ahead.
Hey,
go
you
ahead.
did.
There's plenty for everyone. Don't
Plenty
worry.
to go around.
It's palpable, but it's
everyone can get some bad jokes in today. I promise. We won't run out of time.
Cultist number 4's turn attempts to attack the Maw Demon. So all the way in the back, Cultist number 4, who is hiding, sees the Maw Demon chewing on the cult leader, moves up and attempts to strike it, and rolls really good. He actually rolls an 18, and manages to do a whole... Not a lot of damage. 3 plus... What are these guys' stats again? I don't know. It's been so long. A
Don't
whole
worry
4
about-
damage. Look at that. Wow.
Wow.
Take that.
God,
Take
they're
that,
on our
Maw
team.
Demon. Yeah, so he runs up, and if you remember, the Maw Demon had run up and bit the cult leader, who then cast Shatter, and manage to hurt it, the Unfathomable Horror, and kind of mess with the circle a little bit. When they cast Shatter, they kind of put a little crack through the circle, and it started kind of fizzing out, but it's still definitely working. But he managed to do a whole 4 points of damage to the Maw Demon, and let me tell you something, it's fine.
Yeah.
But he did do that. And that's probably the most useful thing that character will ever do. Guard number 1, who was grabbed by the Unfathomable Horror in the previous episode, who is still being swung around in the air by its tentacles, attempts to shoot at it. Good luck. He rolls a 7. That's not it. And misses wildly, which is not a shock given that he's being flung all over the room. I guess he could try to escape from the thing, but he didn't. So that's that. It is now the Summoned Dire Rat's turn, who is the true hero of this campaign. David or Matt, would you like to control your Dire Rat?
I mean, I would like to, but I don't know if there's anything he could. I don't know what he would do. That's the thing. He's just kind of chilling.
Rat
do?
stuff.
Yeah,
He's
let
gonna
him
just
do hood rat stuff with his
hood rat
friends.
stuff with his friends.
I mean, I feel like a rat would not.
oh wait,
be
there's a eyes and teeth guy here.
Yeah,
You don't
like
him.
the Maw Demon thing that's made of just
Yeah.
eyes and teeth.
Then I'm gonna attack.
Excellent. Yeah, you were just barely in range, but you did manage to get there. You were kind of were positioned between 2 squares. I don't know why, so I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, what's my to hit?
Give me a roll and I'll tell you. Let's see here. I'm scrolling up to his stats. Wow, I have a lot of scrolling to do.
Okay, we'll wait.
What was your roll?
I don't know. What's my to hit?
I don't know because
Yeah.
I lost his stats.
Hold out. Don't give him the roll until he.
Well, I know
Pulls a
because he's
number.
going. That's right.
Jesus fuck! I said I actually lost his stats. How did I lose his stats? Where'd he go?
Well, good thing Google's around, right? Good old.
Plus 10 to hit, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a plus 10, plus 12, something
Plus 10
like
to hit.
Yeah, I
Here's
think
my
so.
roll. 17 plus 10, 27 to hit.
that.
Oh, did you actually roll a 17 though?
I did.
Oh well, then I mean you hit it. Period.
What's my
Pat.
damage? 8d10?
I think it's 8d20.
I think it's like 8d10, right?
It's a fight with
really
infection.
embarrassed that I've lost this thing's stats. Oh, because I put them here. Jesus Christ.
Oh, conveniently now that
He was a plus 5 to hit, and he does 3d4
Okay.
poison damage.
Ooh.
okay.
3d4 poison damage. All right.
But he rolled a
Hit that
natural
open
20 on his
roll.
con
4,
save.
1, 3. That's an 8.
All right, so he rolled a natural 20 on his con save. So he only takes half. So that's a total of 5 damage, all in all, because you also get a 1 damage to your bite, because he's a little rat guy.
Got it.
I don't know who that was worse for, the Maw Demon or the rat, but you bit him. And
Good.
You did a little bit of damage there. Excellent.
You did right.
It is now the Unfathomable Horror's turn. Yikes. Here we go. Let's see who does it have in range? So many people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Not me.
9, 10.
Not me.
All right.
Not me.
Jake.
No.
Jake and
Yeah,
Matt
there
for
we
your
go.
dire
Bully
rat.
him. Just say no, guys.
My dire rat.
No.
Jake and Matt for your dire rat. Tell me, give me a number between 1 and 10.
You go first, Matt.
10.
6.
All right. Yikes. That's a 10 and a 6. All right. So unfortunately,
Let me see him.
I
You
can't
just
move my
fucked him
camera. I'm
up.
going to ruin
It was
everything.
shaped.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
So let's see. I think, it's its turn. It only had 5 tentacles left, but another one shoots out because it does that on every turn. Don't bother killing the tentacles if you haven't figured this out yet. They just keep growing more. And it goes after the
Cool.
dire rat. So let's just go ahead and do that right off the bat and see what happens to Mr. Ratty over here.
Right off the bat.
He rolls
Right
a
off the
3.
bat.
That didn't do it. So he misses the dire rat. That's a shock.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, a big tentacle comes slashing out
Unfair.
at the dire rat, but he can't get a hold of him. That's impressive. He goes after Snow as well. That's gonna do it. An 11 plus.
What? Plus what, Ben?
At least 4.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
+7. So 11 +7. Sorry, Jake. So he does get a hold of Rare Snow and pulls him in 25 feet. 5, 10,
I sneak
15,
attack him?
20, 25. So Rare Snow has now been grappled. And then another one of these tentacles also goes after cultist number 4, who was brave enough to run forward. What a foolish thing to do.
Right, guys.
Yep, grabs him too. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And the last one goes after Miss Havasset. Yikes. She is no longer being controlled by whatever the hell that thing was. She is now just another helpless person on the field.
Oh.
Is she like conscious? Is she like,
she was unconscious, but something tells me that this is probably going to wake her up.
How does the tentacle go
that's
through other people?
It's all over the place. This is a 3D world you got to think of here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So as this thing grabs everyone and pulls them in, got all over the screen here. Mrs. Havasset suddenly feels a very strange sensation as she feels like she is waking up. You know how you have that thing where you wake, like you're falling asleep and you have that falling sensation?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a sensation like she's falling when she wakes up, because she kind of is, as she's being pulled through the sky by a huge tentacle creature. And she wakes up to see this thing attempt to eat cultist number 4. Oh, Jesus fuck. It rolled a 20. So, yeah, I'm not even going to roll damage for him. He's done. Cultist number 4 is absolutely destroyed.
What if he had 1 hit point left? Like
I rolled a natural 20.
Before.
So
what if you rolled bad for? What if you rolled 1s for damage?
Yeah.
You know what?
No.
You're right. You're right.
He could survive.
Know. I don't know what's going to happen. No, he's very dead. That's
all right. Just kill him.
Then. He's like, that's all. I rolled all 1s and he's still dead.
No, I rolled a 7 and a 4, and no, he's dead. He's way past his HP already. So cultist number 4 is devoured. He was very brave, and now he's very not alive. So he is completely destroyed. Let me take him off my initiative tracker.
All right. Well, that's one less person in between our turns, guys.
Yeah, pretty much is what I was going for here. But then he really did natural 20 him, so there's that. And then guard number 1 also gets pulled in for the second attack. And let's see how we do here. Natural 1. Wow, I'm really splitting the difference here. All right, so that was probably a terrifying sensation to see. Mrs. Havasset, suddenly you see her kind of like, as she's grappled and pulled toward this creature, she begins to like her eyes once again open, only now there's not the glowing orbs behind them, and she looks around and she's like, oh, what is oh my god, what is this? Guys, what? Help, before the DM describes something that we all know he wants to describe. And that's the end of that thing's turn.
There it is.
And let's see here. Guard number 2 takes another shot at it. Another terrible roll. Wow, that's an easy way to get through the turns. Maw Demon number 2 just got bit by the dire rat. He doesn't like that, so he's going to bite him right back. He rolls a 19 plus, so that's going to hit. And what does he do for damage?
I thought the rat had like 20
remember.
AC or something.
A total of 12 damage to Matt's dire rat.
Okay.
So it is down to 13 HP. Just, I don't know if you, I don't think you have your HP over there, so I'm just giving you a heads up on that. But that is the end of Maw Demon's turn. And we are now up to Rare Snow. Jake, Rare Snow got grappled and is currently being flung around in the air. But thankfully, you are not quite over the portal yet. Now, just so you know, you can try to escape this thing's grasping tendrils if you wish to.
Okay.
You would have an escape DC of 15.
Here's a question, Ben. Here's a question for you. What's the likelihood of me getting across this thing towards where Miss Havasset is on the other side of the Maw Demon's, I guess, creepy teeth?
Creepy teeth.
Well, let's see. She is, how far away is she from you?
I have feline agility. I have a disengage bonus action, and I can take a dash action.
Yeah.
So I can get roughly 90 feet.
Here's what I'll tell you. So for those people at home who can't see this, you are on opposite ends of this giant portal monster creepy thing. But in between you and her are all of its like teeth coming out of the portal. I would say that with a good acrobatics check, you could hop across those teeth like a cat and jump.
How good are we talking, Ben?
Well,
like a 5?
Here's the question.
Like
Here's the
8.
question. How much do you want to risk being absolutely killed?
Well, I think with 90 feet, because would you consider that difficult terrain? Probably. Huh? Probably.
Easy terrain.
Yeah.
If
mediocre.
you roll well enough, I'll let you do it. I'll just give you that.
Well, I look back at the gang. I look back at Miss Havasset, and we're probably both gonna die. We're probably all gonna die. So I'm gonna try it.
Oh God.
Okay, first you gotta make an acrobatics check to get out of its grasp. So
I can't disengage. Does disengage not? Oh, that just makes it to where you can't do that.
You're grappled.
Yeah, you're grappled. So give me a DC 15 acrobatics check.
Well, that's a 25. That's a crit 20.
Yeah, you
plus 5.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so you absolutely wiggle out of this thing. Aren't cats afraid of cucumbers?
What?
What?
Right? No, I'm just thinking. Have you seen those videos where cats are afraid of cucumbers?
Yes,
Or they don't like
yes,
touching
yes.
tinfoil. Yeah, you just.
Tinfoil, I know.
You never seen the cucumber one?
The cucumber is new.
No, Google
Yeah, no,
cats
I've
and
seen
cucumbers.
those, Ben.
I feel
I've
like
seen
I've
them.
seen
Yeah,
videos of
they
that,
think they're
yeah.
snakes. They freak out.
Aw.
Yeah, so you don't like being grasped by this thing, whatever the fuck it is, and you spring right out of there. So Jake, if you want to give me one more acrobatics check to see if you can sprint across this thing's mouth, teeth, maws, tentacles, like some fucking anime protagonist in a cool fucking way.
Oh, and 100%,
yeah.
I'm putting my hands behind my back while I run across these. I just want to let that be
Cool.
known.
For
You
sure.
mean your paws?
We know full well that cats do really well when they put their two paws behind their back while they run.
That is a 17 plus 5 for 22.
That does it. Yeah, that is. I don't. Yep.
Woo.
Nice.
I was thinking another DC 15. You crushed it. So I'm gonna let you basically move anywhere within your double movement range.
Okay, so
Because I'm not gonna say you have to hop from these little teeth on the map. Whatever. There's teeth everywhere. You can just get over there, especially with a roll that good.
still the same. Okay, so I used my bonus action for dash. I ran across a thing. Can I?
Well, you wouldn't have to use your bonus action for dash because I don't think you moved. Right? Like when you don't move, don't you get your feline agility?
Yeah.
Wait, you did move last turn though, and then it pulled you forward. Okay, so you used a bonus action. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of everything, I think.
Because I use an action to escape.
Yeah, I think these things. Let me see exactly what it says. If you actually have to use an action to escape, it just says the target is grappled. Escape DC 15.
Because I'd like to grab Miss Havasset. That is the reason why I just risked my life running across these teeth.
Yeah,
So
the problem is just she's still wrapped up in that thing.
Yeah,
so-
I want to. If I have an action, I would like to cut said thing.
Yeah, I'll say you still have an action. Give it a shot.
Okay. Please let me hit. Gonna use my rapier on this one. 9 plus 5 for 14.
No.
Okay, well, I keep running past Miss Havasset.
But you have made your way directly next to her, so at least somebody is within range to save her now, which was kind of the whole point of coming down here. I was kind of joking around. I was going like, I think I made it too scary, and now my players won't get near it to save her.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Can I?
Well, yeah, you're throwing dudes into a black hole to another dimension.
Yeah, it's like a meat grinder for NPCs and player characters if you get close enough to it. That's going to be the end of Rare Snow's turn. It is now guard number 3's turn. You know what he fucking does is he runs the fuck out of here is what he does. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because he was on the south end of this, nearest to the exit, and very quickly realizes that this situation is fucked, and so is he if he stays. So guard number 3 just takes off. Smart man. Cultist number 5 cowers in fear. He does nothing. And it is now David's turn.
Help.
Now, what am I supposed to do? I have nothing to do.
I don't know.
Now, a reminder that you had a moonbeam right about here.
Oh, I know. I'm moving it over to Miss Havasset.
Oh, you want to put it like on the tendril?
Yep.
Okay. I think it just automatically hits. I think it's, what is it, a con save?
It is a con save.
Yeah, I don't
So it
think
doesn't
the
automatically
tendrils
hit.
have con. Interesting.
I should just clot it. I should just.
I guess
bit
I'll
that
just
thing
give
off.
I'll just give it the rope. I'll just give it the Unfathomable Horrors con. I
See, that's not fair.
think
Wouldn't it be an appendage
That's high
of
for
the
a
thing?
tendril, huh?
what is your DC?
Fucking 500.
No, seriously though, because this is a middling roll.
You serious?
13, Ben.
It's a 14. Okay, so half damage.
I know it's 2d10 halved.
Yes.
2d10
Give me
halved.
2 10s right here, baby.
2d10 halved. Pichu. 7 and a 10 for 17.
that's pretty good.
Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah. So, what do you got there? That's a what? 8 whole damage.
Yeah,
Or 9 for rounding up.
yeah, 9 round up.
Yeah. You know what? That
Hmm.
actually breaks that tendril. Those things don't have a lot of HP. That is impressive.
Yay.
So, and you know what? Just for Snow to be super fucking cool, he catches Mrs. Havasset as she falls.
Does he, though?
I can do
Yeah,
a
good
check.
point. Jake, roll for it.
What am I rolling? Acrobatics?
No. Just to make it extra fun, make it an athletics check because I know that
Yeah,
you
to
have
make it
shit
extra
poor
fun.
strength.
Just make it extra fun. Make it an insight check.
Yeah.
No,
Actually,
because
I
I
have
have
shit poor.
I have good
strength,
insight.
so-
I have to do strength, but I was mid flip.
exactly.
Flip.
That's
why it's so hard to do.
got this,
9 plus -1 for 8. Cool. Sick.
She doesn't.
Good
She's a
job.
little goblin
9
girl.
plus
She doesn't
negative.
weigh much. You catch her. It's
Yay!
it's a little
Yay!
ugly. It's like the scene from Spider-Man where he saves
The
Gwen.
Goblin Girl?
Sort of.
Well, the issue is I had my hands behind my back, my paws behind my back, so to bring them to the forefront.
This is why
in a
you don't
timely
run with
manner.
your paws behind
Oh,
your
that's right.
back.
Yeah, you had to bring them all the way.
Yeah,
forward.
and I had a rapier in my hand. That's probably why I missed with the rapier too, because I also had that behind my back. While I was...
Yeah, you just kind of flicked your wrist at it from behind.
yeah, so I was running by like.
Cool.
Soot, it's your turn.
Oh boy.
If you can kill more tendrils for around us,
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
Or
wouldn't
it.
I don't think I can kill it. No,
Or
but
hurt
I can
it.
shoot a tendril that is near you.
do I have any more of that acid shit? Just pour it down
No,
its mouth.
you never had any acid shit. That was all just for flavor.
No,
You never
Can
had
I get
shit.
it?
it's canonical.
It's canonical. Tell that to the dead
yeah,
body.
I am
Yeah.
going to. How close can I get without being in its range? I guess
You just can't get close to it without being in its range. It has a 50-foot range. So at the moment, you are barely out of its range. And so if you literally get 1 square forward, you're within its range.
That's very rude of you.
That's the way this monster is in the monster's handbook. So
Okay. I am going to, I'm going to shoot a tentacle that is near those two, basically keeping the tentacles away from them.
yeah,
Okay.
again,
Away
it has
them.
a 50-foot range. So any tentacle can hit anywhere, but sure, shoot a tentacle.
That's why I'm trying to take one out so it has less options here. So
And
that's
actually,
really-
I'll tell you, Matt, the only reason why that, because those tendrils normally have 10 HP, but that one that had grabbed Mrs. Leanna Haverset, a cultist had hit earlier and done 3 damage to. That's the only reason why you broke it.
Oh.
Lucky you. Yeah.
Lucky
Does a
me.
22
so-
hit?
22 hits.
Okay.
And I'll give you
Nice.
sneak attack damage because there's all kinds of shit going on
Okay.
because you're just a sneaky little bird.
So I've got a total of 11 points of damage, please.
That breaks a tendril.
Hooray.
Excellent. So that's 2 tendrils down. So it's back down to 4 tendrils.
Great.
Excellent. You want to do anything with your movement?
Nope.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite player, Matt, and welcome to this week's Middle Break. So here's the news, guys. This is the penultimate episode of Ben's Havenport one-shot, if you even want to call it a one-shot at this point anymore, an 18-episode one-shot. But yes, it is the penultimate episode of this one-shot. So we got one more after this. So we are coming to an end. We hope you guys have enjoyed it. Ben put a lot of work, his whole heart and whatever he has left of a soul at this point into it. So if you've been enjoying the ride so far, go into our Discord and give him some love. More on the Discord later. Another way you can give us some love is by making sure you do all the things to help our podcast grow. The first thing, of course, subscribe, rate, and review to our podcast wherever you get our podcast from. Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, whatever podcatcher you use, go there, hit that subscribe button, download our episodes, leave a 5-star review, and then write a little synopsis about why you like our podcast so other people might think they would enjoy it too. Also, be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us on Twitter at New Crits and on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at New Crits on the Block. We always post content to those sites, little throwbacks from episodes past, the funny quotes that we say during the episode, some funny banter, all those types of things, just to give you a little more inside peek about who we are and what we do. The way you can help us there is by either interacting with all of the pieces of content, whether that be liking them, commenting on them, tagging people that you also think might like, or just by sharing those pieces of content to your own sphere of influence, right? If there's an episode you really like or a quote or a little soundbite you love, just throw it up there on your story. Make sure to tag us in it. Give us that reach. The only way we're growing right now is through word of mouth. So doing those little things is so small of a help, but it's such a big impact for us. We would appreciate it so much. One of the ways we like to give back, here comes the segue part. Here comes that foreshadowing I had a little bit earlier. Chekhov's Discord is giving back to our community. We have our own Discord for all things New Crits, but not all things New Crits. Of course, you can go in there. Please sign up, join. Go to the channels that talk about the show. You could talk to the cast members about the theories about what's going to happen or things that have happened in the past. But if you just want to go somewhere and relax, we got plenty of channels for that too. It is a safe, inclusive space we have created over the last few years that we're really proud of, and we love our family that we have cultivated in there. So if you haven't joined our Discord yet, what are you waiting for? Come on in and join the fun. Now, Matt, you know what? There's somebody named Matt out there listening. Matt, I'm speaking directly to you. Now, Matt, you might be thinking, well, other favorite player, Matt, YFPM, I do want to do all the things that you mentioned, but how do I get to all the places that you just mentioned? Well, from our link tree, of course, linktr.ee/Drewcrits on the block will get you to all the places that I mentioned and some places that I didn't even have time to mention. linktr.ee/Drewcrits on the block. It is your central hub for all things New Crits. All right, Matt, let's get you back into the episode here. Thank you so much for listening so far. As you know, we come out new episodes every single Monday. That ain't stopping anytime soon. So until next time, Matt, we love you. Be safe out there. Be excellent to each other. Bye-bye, Matt.
It is back to the cult leader's turn. The brilliant Rith Oak, who has not fucked this ritual up at all. Let's see. He is very angry about everything happening. Doesn't like any of this. And he also doesn't like Mr. Teeth and Eyes here in front of him and just casts just a straight up magic missile right at him. And he's just like, stop interfering! And he hits him with hopefully enough damage to kill him. Not bad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage to the Maw Demon, or Teeth and Eyes, as I called him, which is just enough to take him out. And so this Teeth and Eyes creature is just blown to pieces, just as he bits and pieces and teeth and eyes start blowing off of him. And as he's blowing holes through this thing, it's like trying to open up to create the hole openings for the magic missiles to go through, but they're like this kinetic force damage, so it's like blowing them apart from the inside. And the whole thing kind of like quivers and like spits out some type of weird acid slime and then dissolves into a puddle on the ground. And the Maw Demon is dead. And I just said demon.
You've said that a couple times, actually.
I know. I have a hard time with that. I always say demon as opposed to...
It's my favorite thing in the world.
I've
always done that.
I know.
Why do you add that?
I don't know. I always have.
Demon.
Gush, it's your turn.
Okay.
Explode on him.
What?
Gush, explode on him. You got this,
Oh.
bud.
Do I have a clear shot at... Actually, how far away is Cult Leader? Oh my God. Come on, roll 20. Do something.
I can tell you real quick. Cult Leader is 115 feet away from you.
Oh, was that it?
You can always move forward. I mean,
Oh, is that it?
115. I'm going to move to within 80 and take a shot at Cult Leader. Because he's gone pretty unharassed this whole time, so...
All right, so Gush moves up and to the left, starts to cross over towards one of these big statues over here, and takes a shot at the Cult Leader.
Yes. With me crossbow. That is a nat 20.
Hey!
Oh!
Hell yes.
Nice.
Well, he instinctively uses a shield, but that doesn't make any difference because he didn't know that was going to hit him or not, which blows through all of his first level spells.
Idiot.
What a dummy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Probably should
well,
have saved some of those, huh? Dummy.
Yeah, dum-dum.
I don't think he's going to be alive much longer to
Yeah,
be using them. All right, give me damage, Gush.
That's a 5 + 8 + 2 for 15.
Yeah.
Total of 15 damage. Yikes. So he had this like magical ward thing that was part of his build, which you basically just completely obliterated. Yeah.
Nice.
So he all of a sudden, this crossbow bolt comes at him and hits him outside of this shield that he had because he's an abjuration wizard. And it just completely blows through it. The crossbow bolt like ricochets off like last second and like scrapes the side of his head. It's like, again, it's like a scene from a cool anime when all of a sudden it's like, he got through my shield. Like how is that even possible?
How was that, Jake? Was that good?
That was good.
Yeah. Did it
That was
feel
good?
right to you?
Yeah, did that fit?
It fit.
Okay.
So as Gush is running over, I would say that Therasul, who's last in initiative order, follows him because, as we know, he has given him his sword, your friends. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, there we go. So, itchy. Sorry, I'm itchy.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I just need to.
Yeah, thanks for the play-by-play.
Couldn't
Yeah.
just scratch himself like a normal human.
Nope. Everyone has to know at home. I'm itchy. So Therasul follows right behind Gush to back him up, and that is the end of round 3. So back up to the top. It is the start of round 4. And we find ourselves back with Mrs. Haviset's turn. She is in the arms of of Snow.
Hey.
And she kind of wants to get the fuck out of here, but doesn't quite know how to. And so she looks at Snow and just goes, "What? I don't know what's going on. What do we do?"
Well, if he doesn't grab us again, I'm going to scare the shit out of you by running across those teeth to the rest of the gang. Yeah, no, what
am I going to do?
Close your eyes and think of somewhere nice and quiet. Maybe plug your ears just in case. It'll be fine. It'll work out. I already did this once.
Just in case what?
Nothing. Just in case it screams or something.
It screams? Where are we? That is the end of Mrs. Haviset's turn. I guess she's just going to give you a help action.
Good, because I'll probably need it.
Because she really doesn't want to die. Sabi wants to... what do I care about this Discord notification. I don't. Goodbye. Sabi takes a few steps forward, takes another shot. Now that she's within range, she can actually hit this thing without having to shoot at disadvantage. And she still misses because she is terrible. Everyone is terrible. This combat is terrible. I'm terrible, and I hate everything. Her turn is over. Guard number 1, who is in this thing's maw, almost. He's right next to it. He drops his crossbow and tries to stab it with his sword. Let's see how that goes, because he's within point blank range. I think, don't you take disadvantage within your 5 feet of something when you're using ranged weapons? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with
and he also
casting.
misses.
Oh.
But he can attack twice, and he misses again. So he drops his crossbow and pulls out his sword and starts just wailing on this thing's beak mouth, and it doesn't do anything. It is once again the dire rat's turn. Matt, what would you like to do with him?
He is
Jumping on Snow's back. We're all gonna make it across this.
well, I think the horror goes before you do, though, Jake, right?
It does.
Yeah. So the dire rat's going to move forward. He's going to play a little defense here.
Oh,
Dire rat's
okay.
going to move forward, and if a tentacle comes to swoop up either Miss Havasset or Snow, rat's going to attack. So holding action for a tentacle to come into range.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
This rat is honestly the MVP of this combat.
because it's a character that you're allowed to sacrifice. Great job, David. You are a terrible, terrible person.
What? No, I'm not.
Just sacrificing this poor dire rat so that you can save your friends.
I'll just summon his ass again.
Yeah, we're still kind of wondering, is it the same dire rat? We talked about this. Like, if you summon if you summon a horse and then you eat it, when you summon it again, is it the same horse?
I hope not, because that horse is
We'll
going to
find
fuck me up.
It is once
Fuck you
again
up,
the
fuck you up.
Unfathomable
Oh, yeah,
Horror's
fuck me
turn. It just goes ahead and uses its beak attack, because guard number 1 is right there, who just tried to hit it repeatedly, and decides to eat its ass. And that is a hit.
What?
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
decides to what?
it just
Decides
eats
to
its
what?
ass. Is what I said.
No judgment.
Jesus.
That is what I said.
No
That
judgment.
is what happens.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
I mean, it's an
Fucking very
unfathomable horror from beyond the stars. You don't know what it's into.
WHORE. Is that the spelling of it?
Yeah, very different spelling.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. This I've been just trying
tentacles eating ass. Okay, for sure.
to get. So it deals 2d8 damage to him.
Fucking
It actually
DM
doesn't
Ben
roll that
going
good.
on all the stops.
Yeah.
I think we're stuck in one of his nightmares.
Quote unquote.
He actually doesn't do a lot of damage to him. Shockingly, he rolled really bad. This guard might actually somehow survive this combat. I doubt it, but
Well, good for him.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Now, in this particular instance, the portal begins to shimmer and glow various colors, and all those tendrils come shooting out. But instead of grabbing people this time, it grabs on to these 4 statues you see surrounding it. If you look, there is a statue directly to the left and right of it that I'm pinging on the map. These big ones in the corner. And there's also these 2 right above it. These 4 tendrils reach out and grab these and begin pulling. And as it starts pulling, the whole body starts coming further and further and further out of this portal. And you're no longer just seeing its teeth and mouth and beak and maw and tendrils. You're beginning to see its entire body. And it looks almost like a worm. It has a long cylindrical body with barbs and eyes all over it. And it's just really fucking terrifying. And so now you're actually seeing the top of it coming out like a worm coming out of a hole in the ground. And it's just pulling itself out of its world and into yours. But it is still halfway through the portal, halfway not. Everyone make a perception check.
I don't want to.
Perception.
What if I want to?
Perception.
Okay,
Plus
then
5?
roll with disadvantage, I guess. So
No,
if
I
you-
don't.
13
No,
plus
never mind.
5, 18
Perception?
for
Okay.
David.
18 for David.
4.
Gosh rolled a 12.
Gush roll 12. Soot, I'll give you advantage because you're right next to something. I'm sorry, not Soot. Snow. I always do this.
Not thank God. So it's got a 7.
I rolled the exact same thing twice. That is 4 + 2 for 6.
Wow, you're a little distracted.
Yeah, I got things happening, okay?
And then I'm so sorry,
excuse.
Gush. I don't know if I heard you. What was yours?
12.
12. Okay, well, David still got an 18. That's pretty good. David, the person who is the fucking furthest away from this thing, maybe that's why he can see it, because he can kind of like get a whole view of the room. As this thing starts ripping itself out of the ground by pulling on these statues, you notice that multiple of the statues are starting to crack and break, and they are quite tall and large. You get the impression that these anchor points could probably be broken. And if they were, the statues would crumble. I remind you that these are also pillars that hold up the entire building. So as it's yanking itself out of the ground, you see these pillars, these statues, cracking and breaking, and you see cracks actually extending through the walls and ceiling of this building. In fact, a large rock falls, narrowly missing the portal and splashing into the water next to it. You get the distinct opinion that if you were to help break these pillars, you could probably bring this whole place down.
Okay.
How exactly that's going to happen? I don't know. That's for you guys to figure out. That is the end of that thing's turn. Guard number 2, once he sees this big tendril shoot out next to him and grab onto the statue and it starts breaking, he also books it out of here. He is also terrified. Everybody is fleeing. He runs his full movement speed and attempts to flee out of the room.
Cowards.
Rare Snow, it is your turn.
Well, you know what I'm doing. So there's a tendril that is kind of connected to one of those statues that's leading towards where my party is, right?
Correct.
Okay. So
Oh no.
I'm gonna run across the teeth, and then using that roll, run across the tentacle, and hopefully make it out alive, because I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to run all the way around this area.
Yeah, you might not. I don't know, but that's a risky maneuver.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. No, 100%. We could die or we could live, but she gave me the help action, so this could come out really good. That is a 15 + 5 for 20 for my first roll.
Nice.
And that is a 16 + 5 for a 21.
Oh, DC 22. No, that does it.
Ooh, liar.
I was thinking about making it like, I said, make it DC 15. Should I make it DC 20? Thankfully, you beat 20, so I don't have to even question that. Yeah, you can move with Mrs. Havasset. So you kind of, in a way, you have her grappled. And so when you have a character grappled, you can kind of only move half speed, but you got your feline agility, you got your dash action. So I'm going to say that you can move the full 60 across.
Okay, so we're just going to kind of go like that, and then that. And then the tentacle would probably be going in this direction, right? So it'd be.
I would say that you guys, so you basically make it all the way across, jump down off the teeth. The entire time, Mrs. Havasset just has her eyes closed, and she's just like, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, pretty place, close, don't look, don't look, don't look. And she opens her eyes, and she, as she goes going directly over the thing's maud beak, as it's like attempting to like peck through the well, that's right, now it's a big long worm tentacle thing, so
yeah, it got higher.
yeah, no, it was scary as fuck. So you guys make it all the way across. Good job.
Yeah, I land, I set her on the ground, and then I say run, and that's gonna be my turn.
Excellent. I'm really, really happy you pulled that off. I didn't want to have to kill her.
I was if I fell, I was gonna try to chuck her across the rest of the way.
I may have let you do that. Anyway, it is back to guard number 3's turn, who continues running out of here. They are no longer trying to be a part of this. This is not what they signed up for, and he takes off. Cultist number 5 is frozen in terror. They don't do anything. David, it is once again your turn. So as you know, these beams, these pillars, they are probably your only good way to get this thing collapsed and out of here.
Yeah, the problem is I don't have anything that can damage pillars.
No, not really. I mean, I don't know what your spell list includes.
Nothing that damages stone.
I mean, they're an object. You could anything. I mean, you know that it's grabbing onto them, pulling on them, so that physical blunt force is beginning to break them.
So would Moonbeam hit a pillar then?
I mean, it makes it hot.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I don't have anything that will I don't have any bludgeoning. I have nothing that does that.
I mean, I'll let you move the Moonbeam over there and see if you can do any damage to this pillar.
All right.
I shoot an arrow at it.
Well, first of all, you won't let me do that. Okay, I can do that. All right.
All right.
You can
That's something
do
I
it.
can just do if I want. Okay.
He wills it.
Yeah. I guess I do it, and we'll see what happens. And from very far away from, I think, where everybody else is at this point, because I just stayed back there twiddling my little moonbeam around. You just hear echoing throughout the whole room, because speaking is a free action. And he's like, you've never heard David yelling, projecting a narration before, but this is the first time you've heard as he's trying to let everybody know in the area, since he was the only one who saw that this is happening. David suspects that if we are to vanquish this foe, the environment must be its downfall. Take a look and notice the pillars he grabs onto. While it might be his salvation from the place he is beckoned from, it could also be leading to his grave. And I'm going to throw the moonbeam on one of those pillars.
Okay. Go ahead, and I guess the pillar has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just roll and see what happens.
Now what? Now why would that be? Because a pillar's not going to resist.
Yeah, I don't think objects can do any sort of save, correct?
I think they auto fail because they're not.
I don't know
believe
if
they
they
do.
would auto fail. I mean,
They're not
this
trying
is
to
more just
defend
me
themselves.
questioning: does this work?
Because when you, that's a whole other question.
That's a whole
Okay.
different question.
Yeah. Well, let's leave it up to the
That's a
dice to
whole
find
other
out.
question.
It's not a healthy statue.
Yeah,
It's not a healthy statue.
Yeah.
not anymore. Well, here's the thing.
It's decrepit. You said it yourself.
I rolled a 15, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that you weaken the statue, but that alone does not break it, which does make sense because it's a beam of moonlight on a statue.
It does look
But
pretty sick though, I will say.
But it looks.
Yeah, I mean that is an awesome looking statue right now.
It's more to highlight it
Yeah,
for my
right.
rest
Yeah,
of my
it's like-
party to
like-
really show them
Yeah.
this is what I'm talking about, guys.
It's the literal form of pinging on the map.
yeah.
Yes.
I pinged it. That's all I did. I pinged
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, okay. You ping the statue over here to the left, next to Gush, and Gush, you see that moonlight illuminates a structural weakness in that statue that you could exploit if you were to roll really well. Great job, David.
Just push.
Thank
just
you.
Push it with your
Um,
legs.
Just do my
Anything
part.
else you want to do?
Give it a good old hi-ya.
Nope.
David's good where he's at. He doesn't want to risk his life running across
There's nothing he
teeth.
can do. That's it.
Yeah. So it's your turn.
Okay. I see this ping in front of us.
Yeah, use that strong bird body you have to
No,
break
I'm
a
not,
stanch.
I'm not going to do that, but I am going to shoot the tentacle that is pulling on it to see
Well,
if
no.
that will.
Don't-
Why? Because when it yanks away.
It'll
It
lighten
might
the pressure
damage-
on it. It'll make it harder to break it. And then
well,
we
I
have to
can't
go
tickle him. So
Well, you can maybe hold an action for when that tentacle comes and tries to grab me.
So make an insight check.
Oh.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Okay,
That's a
not
5.
great for me. Let's see. Does I insight? Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You guys are that's ridiculous.
I'm very smart.
Yeah,
very
what
insightful
you
Very good butter.
what you realize is that if you know this statue up and to the left is having the most structural damage to it, and you do want it to break, what you should do is probably shoot one of the tentacles on the other statues, forcing it to pull harder on that one. So so you should probably go after the one on the other side.
Okay.
Throw it
I
off
will
balance.
do that then. Yes, that is what I will do because I'm so smart. Okay. Does a 24 hit?
It sure does.
Okay.
And
Here.
again, I'll give you sneak attack damage on this because guard number 1 is still clanging his long sword against the side of this thing's worm
Perfect.
tentacle body beak thing.
Yes, I did another 11 damage.
That is enough damage. Those things have 10 HP. So
Wild how that keeps happening.
You manage to break the tentacle holding onto the other statue, which makes all of its weight pull on the statue that David had highlighted to the left. And that thing is really starting to crumble, and you see big cracks going up into the ceiling. That is an impressive tactic you have used there. It's
And I yell, "Timber! Look out! It's coming down."
And yet it doesn't.
Well, be prepared.
Well, in 6 seconds.
Do you have anything
it
else
might.
you want to do on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. It is now the cult leader's turn, who has a front row seat to everything that is happening. And as he watches this huge thing come out of the ground, all of his cult people are dead. His guards have fled. He has a front row seat of everything. He sees everything going on. And he is looking at the portal. He's looking at the worm creature. His cultist has fled. His guards have fled. Everyone's dead. And he sees Therasul on the other end of this portal looking at him. He sees another one of his elven brethren. And he makes an insight check. Oh boy.
Okay, Brian's
You're
for
just
sure
really-
canceled now.
Jesus.
Oh.
Okay. Cut his mic, cut his mic, cut his mic.
Tough crowd.
One
See what
moment.
you
So
got
sorry,
here.
Benjamin. So sorry. Ollie's about to make some popcorn, I think. I don't know yet, honey. I'll text him. Can you put your popcorn in real quick? Because we're recording right now. So we need you to hurry up so we can continue. Because you're making noise in the background. Yeah. You heard me.
So, how's everyone doing?
Don't speak.
Shut up, Jake. This is dead air time, understand?
Yeah. No one's allowed to do anything. Ben is going to have to go right back into it.